contest is scheduled for one fall, and it is for the World Heavyweight
Podcast.
We're gonna make
The World Heavyweight Podcast.
great again! Nerd! Nerd!
Entering the ring at this time, your tag team champions of the podcast world, Howard Farewell. But we're just waiting for the wheels to fall off. Yes, 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 yes. Get rid of your six-sided ring already. Josh Rivera.
God does not want this podcast to happen.
You happy I brought my shovel to bury this segment?
What station is it again? Who gives a fuck?
Yabba dabba, shut the fuck up.
The World Heavyweight Podcast.
I don't care how big, how tough, or what they've accomplished. They're nerds.
Plus, if you have ovaries, prepare to lose them.
The first rule is wrestling is life!
Welcome back. Thank you for listening to the World Heavyweight Podcast. That's who we are. I'm Howie Farewell. That over there is Josh Rivera. We're just a couple of nerds.
There it is.
It feels like it's been a while.
Why is that button all the way the hell out there?
I don't know. I forgot when I was putting it together, really, to be honest. When I put it together the first time, it
I'll
made
just
sense.
drop that in the box.
Well, I don't really use it so much anymore because our setup changed a little bit. I mean, that's good for maybe... you know what? I think I can incorporate that into streams if I ever do them again, but nobody ever shows up, so I'm like, kind of disheartening to do. But anyway, I'm Howie Farewell. That's Josh Rivera.
You book it and they will come.
I guess so. I'm going to try and do more of that stuff because I got a chance to see the... before I get into that. Follow us everywhere. You can Google at the WHPC. That gives you most everything. thewhpc.podbean.com is the source, but if you just search the show in the iTunes search there, shows right up. You hit subscribe, goes right to your phone.
Google Play, iTunes.
Everywhere. Just about everywhere.
Yeah.
Fuck SoundCloud.
One of them is Ric Flair's podcast, and then there's ours.
Kind of not really that active on Twitter lately. I will respond on Twitter. I definitely will respond. So if you have questions, comments, suggestions, anything like that, at the WHPC on Twitter. I'm trying to use Instagram a little bit more, but I feel weird with Instagram sometimes. I don't know why. Just a weird concept, I guess, for me. I like taking pictures of myself.
The toxic levels tend to go up and down,
man.
Fluctuate on a regular basis. So sometimes it's like it's like one of those cloudy days. You're like, I don't know, should I get in the pool? Should I get in? Nah, it's not gonna be good.
Is that a shark?
Is that a Band-Aid? That's exactly what it's like logging into Twitter sometimes.
Yeah.
Finding an old Band-Aid.
But I had a bunch of ideas going back to the idea that I was going into earlier today because I got a chance to go into the new Gas Digital Studios yesterday.
Oh yeah.
Now I just started working for a new show for them.
It's for sure.
This is real. Like there's stuff being built in there. Like it looks really, really nice. So not everybody has to be in Ralph's apartment all the time. But
they got keys, right?
Yeah, we have keys and everything. So Hell Mike's back area. But I just started working on Tim Dillon Is Going to Hell. It was really funny. If you like, he goes weird and down to the rabbit hole sometimes. Like the level of conspiracies that he's into sometimes. I don't know why. I feel like I've gotten to work with a bunch of weird conspiracy stuff lately. With the Sam Tripoli episode on Josta recently. It's like there's some fucking bananas ass shit.
How does
out
this
there.
work? Does it come in waves? We're just
guess.
Oh man, just a bunch of conspiracy episodes are popping up this week. I guess some rounds are being made.
The spiritual rounds are being made. I have no idea, but
well, enough time passes, new ones pop up. We're like, oh yeah, let's talk about these.
I'm going to want to do this show there on a regular basis. Let's just say that. Like, if we have the option for, like, I think they might have a green screen setup already put in or available, and a lot of cameras and a lot of, like, a really, 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 really nice setup that we will be able to use. And I would rather be there a lot more, because hopefully there will be a lot of entertaining people coming through the hallways over at Gash Digital as well, so that may help the show out a little bit. So look for that soon. May have to dress you up a little bit, though.
Talking to me?
Yes.
Like I never been in a fuck.
No, I'm joking. No, I'm joking because you're wearing like a Bootios shirt that has obviously been through the wash a fair amount of
I
times.
was gonna say because I remember,
Just-
I remember about a month or two ago you asking me a question along the lines of like, so what's paid time off like?
Yo, no, don't get me wrong. Yeah, that doesn't happen. That doesn't exist. If I don't work, I don't get paid.
I believe I could exceed you in professional attire on a regular basis.
I'm not saying. Look, I'm not saying. I don't have. There's no studio for me to walk into right now. But when there is, yes, I will wear pants. I'm not saying I don't do that. Like the amount of times that I show up to quote unquote work, it doesn't exist because it's like my desk over here that I'm sitting at right now. But like, let's just say I wear pants way less than you do at work.
Alrighty. So there's another New Japan show this weekend, Wrestling Dontaku.
Fuck you. Fuck you for no selling that at all.
I'm not gonna lie, my brain started wandering.
Oh shit! Is that really this weekend? Dontaku's this weekend.
Dontaku
Okay.
is this weekend.
Son of a bitch.
There is. Did you?
That's what I was asking you before the show started.
Yeah.
Did you literally just find that out now?
No, literally while you're prepping the show, I was like,
you
oh
didn't
yeah, that's
tell
coming
me
up.
during any of that.
That's coming up. I have the card in front of me.
Thank you for
Yes.
being at least a little prepared.
I do have the card in front of me, and the rumor is a big name is going to come back to New Japan this weekend. Do you want to take a gander?
Not Shibata.
Rumor has that Chris Jericho is making an appearance this weekend to set up
Naito.
a match, probably with Naito, at Dominion.
Very interesting.
But that is a rumor. We'll have to wait to see if it actually happens. Because if it actually happens,
There is a lot of.
That's
Is
another
this
one
the
of those-
Same thing that I'm looking at. There seems to be a lot of tag team matches on here. This is for Friday.
yeah, May 4th.
That's the only one. Like it's not like a 2-nighter thing.
9 matches. Yeah, it's a lot of tag matches. A lot of.
It's a lot of tag matches.
I believe
Jesus.
I believe it's a 2-nighter.
But that's the one big tag match is a big deal though, because there's a big tag match between the essentially two factions.
Oh
of the
yeah,
Bullet
there's 2
Club.
nights. There's 2 nights. Keep scrolling, you find more.
Yeah, you have the two factions of the Bullet Club pretty much fighting each other. The Tongans, Ibushi and Omega versus the Young Bucks, Marty Scurll, Hangman Page, and Cody. That's going to be interesting.
For the Never Openweight titles.
There's 5 guys in there. How is that for the Never Openweight titles?
It says Bad Luck Fale, Tamatonga, and Tongaloa versus Marty, Jackson, and Skrull.
That changed. I
So
think,
that's
because I don't know what that is.
I don't know what the fuck that is. This is the 5th match on the first night. I have no idea. Guys, you got to improve your website a little bit. It's a little confusing. Yeah, there it is.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
that's the night before.
Yes. Okay. Yeah.
But either way, that's the big matches that we're getting here. Like a lot of there's other special tag matches. Ibushi versus Cody, Kenny Omega versus Hangman Page. That's pretty much the big matches in that one for the first night.
Mm-hmm.
And then the second night is going to be the big Bullet Club versus Bullet Club match.
The big 10-man, right?
Yeah. And
oh
then
boy, so many bodies.
you're going to get the junior heavyweight title on the line. So you're going to get Ospreay and Kushida. Ospreay's got a new finisher.
Ooh.
I saw that. It's pretty cool. And then Okada versus Tana again.
Just Okada versus
Okada
Tana.
versus Tana again. So
For, like,
if
the
you
record.
if you haven't seen it before and you're looking for an amazingly wrestled match that's going to be very Japanese and you want to get to know what their style's like, you're going to love Okada versus Tanahashi.
Yeah.
If you haven't seen it before, well, guess what? You get to see their. I think they make a big deal about how many times they've actually fought each other too.
Oh yeah.
It's like 7, 8, something like that.
Oh, those two guys?
Yeah.
I think it was about 4 times.
And the
4 or 5
story
times.
and the story here is if he beats Tanahashi, he gets like one of the a major record that Tanahashi has for being champion.
Most title defenses.
Correct.
And he will continue his ridiculously long, unbeaten title.
Oh yeah, It's
been like 2 years now.
He's gonna break the record. Right?
I think we're going on 2 years at this point.
It's close.
Yeah.
It's been a long time. I mean, I'm sure I can pull it up.
But that's what we got looking forward to this weekend. Possibly.
In addition to a bunch of WWE stuff. I mean, I thought it was good to talk about how your week was and everything before that, but we jumped right back in. Kill some time.
Well,
there.
I know so what you're saying earlier, so I just went right to
it.
let me just go right into it.
San Jose scored again.
Yeah, again. Their home team, home field advantage is finally paying off this game. They're still down. So that's going on.
I'm just curious
this
to see
weekend.
how much he's had it now. That's going to be... Okada has had it since June 19th, 2016.
So that's 2 years if he makes it to Dominion this year with it.
He's had it 680 days.
Oh God, it's such a long reign.
That's a long reign.
I wanted to go right into New Japan.
It's longest ever.
I wanted to go right into New Japan because WWE this week, TV-wise,
was not good.
It's kind of lame. It was kind of lame.
Whatever.
There was like a couple cool moments, but other than that,
because the Greatest Royal Rumble happened, and everybody's still just like, there's this giant hangover happening with WWE right now.
You looked at me and you're like, wait, was the last time we did locks WrestleMania?
Yeah, we do have locks coming, folks.
Almost a month. Almost a month ago now.
It feels like forever.
It does,
right? It's only been really a month, but that's what this cycle does. Mm-hmm. Like this, like it's. I love the show, but like I'm burnt out half the time lately to really enjoy it. It seems.
But starting Sunday, they're switching back to one special show a month,
which is fine. And people are saying, "Then what's the point of the brand split?" It's like you could still do it, but now you can have like not every pay-per-view you have the main titles defended.
Yeah.
Like Backlash has got a lot of singles titles on the line. So guess what? Maybe the next one, maybe put the tag team titles in a bit more of a
next one will be Money in the Bank.
There you go. So you got a big theme there where you can do 2 Money in the Bank matches, one for men, one for women, and put it with multiple of different branded superstars on that show. So you do the Money in the Bank men's, and you do like
you're only gonna have title matches,
or you do it like
obviously
8 or 6, and then you do it with like evenly separated Raw and SmackDown roster.
That's the other thing, though. So we get more briefcases maybe this.
I think you leave it to 2.
You
still do a men's and a women's.
It just goes wherever the winner is.
It could be. It could go to Raw. It could go to SmackDown.
Yeah.
So it lives. You don't have to have 4 briefcases running around.
That'd be a little ridiculous.
Exactly. If you had one, and plus you would have to have 4 ladder matches to get them, and that's way too many ladder matches.
Everyone gets burnt out by the second. We're like, all right.
Yeah. Because what do you do after that? Like I've seen by the time you've gone through 2 ladder matches, I don't care how diverse and different they are.
What else are you gonna do?
Like you've done everything.
Pretty much.
I'm like, it's like when we had 3 Hell in a Cells. How are we making any of these different? Like you can only do so much. So it makes more sense to just do a men's and a women's and just throw multiple superstars of both shows in there.
Pretty much.
And I like that because then, the Money in the Bank this year, the SmackDown champion is in a reprieve. He doesn't have to worry about it. Or you make it for whatever title they want as a nice wrinkle on it. So at any time, like either show's title is up for grabs, so they got to watch out, and you can be a little clever with that.
I don't know.
I think that might be too much of a good idea.
At that point, just keep it simple. Like if you want the briefcase, you take it back to your brand, and it stays on that brand. Like last year, SmackDown Live had the Money in the Bank pay-per-view, so the contracts were only on that show.
Correct.
For the entire year. Ooh. We could, they could do something a little different this year, or put them both on Raw.
It's the idea for a little wrinkle. Because they did that with the Royal Rumble, like whoever won the Royal Rumble had their choice of champion, they have it in New Japan all the time, where if you win a tournament or something, you have your choice of champion. So
Yeah,
it wouldn't
New
be.
Japan Cup.
I like the idea. Whether they go with it or not, who knows? It's possible. Possible.
We'll have to see.
Uh,
Brock sighting, maybe? Is Chicago on the way to wherever he's going? I mean, it's a major international hub. He's got to be swinging by at some point.
guess.
Maybe, who knows?
Who takes it from Brock at this point? Because I don't think Roman doesn't need it.
Ugh.
With it feels, I don't know, man. Like
I feel
we're
like
not
maybe-
getting him at this show,
I feel
which
like
I guess
Brock
just
might
puts
have
a
ran
good.
its course for now. Like, what else can you do?
I'm just done with Brock, man. Like, exactly what you said. Like, what else is Brock Lesnar gonna do?
Take another shoulder in the dick by Roman Reigns. Great, man.
Why does he keep hitting me in the dick?
That cage match was pretty cool, but
all right,
that
well, right.
finish was so
I'm
convoluted.
sorry, because I've talked about this is what happens when you have a giant pay-per-view on Friday, and then when you record a podcast on Wednesday. I forget a lot of stuff because I live very day-to-day. So I forget that I haven't talked about the Greatest Royal Rumble to other people.
Oh, okay.
So we have to still talk about the Greatest Royal Rumble. And the greatest maybe spot I have ever seen. I told you about it. I had to wait until you got home to see it. Because we're going through the greatest, the show itself was kind of as we predicted. A really, 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 really big house show.
It's a live show. You got to see what a live show looks like
On an epic scale.
on a big scale in Saudi Arabia. That's what you just
Well,
saw.
it was on an epic scale because they had to make a splash. They got like $20
Yeah.
million for the whole thing.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody's kind of getting there was a thing. This shows why the women weren't on the show, period. There was a story that came out that when they did that goofy We Are the World style, like very throwbacky music video saying that
they
for
keep
Backlash,
playing it, and it's
which is
Backflash.
Backlash.
It's way over the top and unnecessary.
Yeah. And then they had still edited in Carmella, Bayley, and Sasha. And there was a fucking outrage to where the Saudi government had to, like, issue an apology for it. And it's like... And I think that's what everybody has to realize is it's something like that little drove people to the point where it was in... Like, they were losing their fucking minds about it. So that's why the women weren't allowed there. Because baby steps people... Crazy religious governments are just that. They're a little wacky. And they got real crazy about the fact that there were pictures of women.
That's not Sting. That's a picture of Sting.
That's not Sting, that's a picture of Sting.
As soon as you said it like that, it just set right in my head.
I didn't even realize I was doing it.
Yeah.
But did you see that story?
No, I haven't.
There was
I'm not surprised. Like, look, you got to remember, like, this is baby steps. Like, WWE is entering a 10-year deal with the Saudi government to do shows like this on a regular, well, I imagine they include them on their world travel, where they hit it like once, maybe twice in a year. And yeah, money is made and steps are taken in the right direction. You gotta remember, this is the same Saudi king now, like the 30-some-year-old who ousted
these are
that
centuries
government.
old freaking
The guy in charge
super
right now.
tightly
Yeah.
like what's the word I'm looking for? Very restrictive.
The guy in charge right
rules,
now,
let's just
this is
say.
how weird it goes. The guy in charge right now has an opinion on Palestinians not recognizing Israel. That's unheard of. This is what they're doing, and this is what the direction they're going.
Well, let's just real quick the official apology, just to kind of put it out there to give you an idea of the type of like the way you can't get everything all at once because this is where they're coming from.
Yeah.
And you can't just go from 0 to 1 million if the idea of just seeing pictures of women on screen
Triggers.
are exactly. So
Triggers
you have
them.
to kind of baby steps here.
This is gonna take years.
The General Sport Authority would like
Sport
to
Authority.
apologize to the viewers and attendees of last night's WWE event that took place in Jeddah over the indecent scene involving women that appeared as an ad before a segment. It would like to confirm its total disapproval of this in the shadow of its commitment to eliminate anything that goes against the community's values. The authority has made sure to ban showing of any segment that involves women wrestling or any scenes related to it, and stipulated that to the company. Excuse me. The authority also disapproved of any promotional stuff with pictures or videos showing women in an indecent way, and emphasized a commitment of this rule and its commitment that the authority would still commit to forever in all of its events and programs.
Commitment.
Yeah.
They're really committed to commitment in this statement.
Yeah.
Like it's they issued a big blanket apology because they know that
people would freak the fuck out that women exist. They're indecent. I mean, I understand. Look, I can understand. What Carmella is wearing is not modest. I mean, like,
it's not everyday gear.
No.
It's not everyday clothing you walk around in.
No.
And and that is quite triggering for some people still.
And their ring gear is moderately scantily clad, let's just say.
Dare I say, a little revealing.
Exactly.
It shows a lot of skin.
It does. It does. Quite a bit.
Give them time, folks.
Exactly.
Give them time.
It's a big deal to them.
Yes.
And it's a really big deal to them.
Yes.
So that happened. But that's what I mean. Like, because you have people that are, especially from the far left in our country, that are, if you aren't anything but completely open to everything and on their side, like it gets to be blown out of proportion. I'm like, these people are like there are places, especially in Iraq, that are I don't know how they survive, because their day-to-day is absolutely nothing like yours.
Yes.
Like this is the collective yours. Like, people live in rock fucking huts in these blistering conditions, and like it boggles my mind that that's their daily, and I'm like, what the fuck? They're coming from a completely different universe than a lot of the people that get so upset that live in like air-conditioned freaking houses and can go to Starbucks and get their bullshit whatever thing for like $17.
Now, this isn't all of Saudi Arabia, but there are parts of the Middle East that are exactly like that.
Some of them are still it's like when they say they're living in the Stone Age, it's not untrue, but they have like these, they don't have near the amenities as anybody else.
They got major cities like we do, but there's, like I said, there's still
weird
parts unknown. Let's just put it that way. There is still parts unknown. Is that appropriate?
Yes.
I think so, right?
Yeah, that's
right?
Yeah. Like, parts unknown. I'm figuring like you're coming through like the sandstorm and a windswept like fucking scene. Yeah, I'm okay with that. I'll allow it.
The city was there 1 week and then it's gone the next.
Why does it keep hitting him in the dick?
I love the rumors though of a Greatest Survivor Series plans. That made me laugh pretty hard. Did you see those?
No.
Oh, yeah. As soon as I saw that, I'm like, that's probably fake. Because Survivor Series is already slated for LA. Like, it's the pay-per-view's happening there. Why would they have a Greatest... No. Relax. Calm down. I think that was just like a one-time deal.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
I was looking.
Oh, okay.
Seeing if I can get it out there, but I don't...
This is that top-quality production you're telling me
about. Oh,
yeah.
Well, I mean, fuck you, dude. I thought it was going to be a quick thing and I could just do the line. But it's not.
No, it's not. You get it. It doesn't always work like that.
No, it doesn't always work like that, and I missed.
It doesn't always work like that.
You.
That's not a picture. That's not Sting. That's a picture of Sting.
That's not Sting. That's a picture of Sting.
So greatest Royal Rumble.
I had a fun time.
Yeah.
It was a nice little birth. What did I say last
It's-
week? It was a great little happy birthday to you, Howard.
Yeah.
We're putting on a show for 60,000 people and you.
Yeah, right.
And I had fun. And you know what the greatest thing was? You know what?
Because you stay in like mostly Fridays, so you wake up.
Oh, I didn't do anything Friday.
You wake up
It was
at
my birthday.
at 11:59. You throw on the network. You start your coffee while
Yeah,
everything.
I
like,
did
while you
exactly
see
that.
John Cena wrestle Triple H.
I did exactly that.
And it was pretty cool. I mean, it's not. It didn't follow any storylines. Like John Cena winning didn't make a ton of sense, but
It was like I said.
it was
before.
just a show.
was
Yeah,
just a
it's just
show.
a show. And the whole point of it apparently was to give see what it looks like to give Braun Strowman gold and have him hoist
Right.
it in the air.
Well, that's the thing. Like, there's a couple of times that the WWE does this where they do these partial canon shows. Is the best way to say it. Like it's like when canonical for part of the story and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Where they sort of use it, but they sort of really don't. Like they never mention Beast in the East ever again.
No, it was
Like, it was just a cool-
it was just like a one-time deal.
One time cool show.
Yeah.
Awesome, we got to see it, but they never really mentioned that ever
No,
again.
because
Like
it
the wins and
had
losses didn't
no
matter.
storyline implications at
none
all. It was
whatsoever.
just a cool show. You got to see Brock Lesnar
Yeah.
destroy heel New
Yeah.
Day at the time.
Yeah. Everybody was complaining about the finish of that cage match. I liked it.
It was I mean,
I like the cage match.
I get the finish of it. It was just a little
Yeah.
convoluted because it's
No.
like, wait, the rules are feet,
Ah,
but
it's
it
like
was
fo-
still
it's like-
cool.
It's like football. If you're a football fan, like when they have rules of contact going down for
Yeah.
the catch and stuff like that, like your shoulder is equal to like a foot, like because you're down. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? You're down.
Yeah.
If you're lying on your back and you've landed on the ground,
Yeah.
you win.
And
You
Brock-
landed first.
And Brock gets nailed in the
Brock-
dick by
Hashtag
Roman's
Brock landed first.
shoulder or his neck or whatever the fuck
Yeah.
it was. Just plowed into him because the man couldn't stand for about 2.5 minutes.
Yeah, it was pretty rough,
It
man.
was-
It was a pretty rough spot. I'm not gonna lie.
It was a cool cage match.
I enjoyed that match.
Yeah,
Like,
all the matches were pretty good. The AJ Styles and Shinsuke, of course, ending in a count out because
Yeah.
to lead to their
Yeah.
to their
to the brawl after. I'm okay with that finish
Yeah.
too, because that just heats up the no DQ that we're gonna
yeah
do.
and another right in the ding ding.
Right.
It's just left and right.
Why does he keep hitting me in the
Right
dick?
in the dick.
Why does he keep kicking me in the dick?
And the 50-man battle Royal Rumble, man, the Titus slide. If you haven't seen it and you're
That's
listening
the
to this
news
episode,
story of the week.
that like, what are you doing right now? Go on YouTube and
Wow,
write.
you have to see it's
Titus slide.
It's literally ever. They made T-shirts and everything, and people were saying big. That's like beating a dead horse. You got it.
No, you gotta capitalize
You
on
have
it.
to put the rib full. That was that. You know that as soon as everybody else saw that for real backstage, like everybody, like you hear Michael Cole and everybody on commentary goes like, "Wait, what was that?" And whoever's in the truck, like I would have had to be in the truck for that because they're still
Play it
running
again.
the show. But you have to know Vince is like, play it again. I need to see that again. Going and laughing. You know, everybody back there in Gorilla was laughing their asses off. You know that when Mr. Whoever the fuck it was that came out right after him, I was still crying laughing. I have no idea who that guy was. I still don't care who that guy was because he was the guy that came after Titus, sprinting down and taking the biggest header. If that was on Monday, he would have broken his neck. Because that was one of the house show where it was just the apron and not the fucking LED board.
Yeah.
Could you imagine if there was the LED board?
Oh, could have been.
no,
It may
it
not
could
have been
been-
as funny. But yeah, he landed so perfectly because even though there's no LED board on that side of the
still, like,
ring,
the
there's
steel.
still a steel truss that goes across it, and he missed it, thankfully. But yeah, dude, his whole body went under. Just a boot was hanging out. I'm pretty like all accounts. I think it was
The
like
greatest memes of ever. They're the great. If just look up Titus O'Neil memes. May they long live and prosper because they're fucking hilarious. There's the It ones are crazy. The It one was good. Like,
the only thing,
he's diving under into the fucking.
The only thing that
sewer.
the only thing that eclipsed had to be had to have been the John Cena and Nikki Bella splitting. So the memes that came out of that, the WrestleMania 31 scene with a proposal, freeze frame,
and then it goes.
My
to the
planet
end of the
needs me.
Oh fuck.
It was a fun show. I'm glad it's over because now we could work on wrapping up some goddamn storylines.
Or getting into some in general because
That too. There's a lack of them as well.
I don't know, man. This last week has just been like. I guess everybody needs. This is why we need an off season.
Yeah.
This is a further argument to needing, like, I don't know, something.
Well,
like, everybody just needs, like, we needed a vacation, right?
With any
like,
hope-
both of us for a while, we needed to get the fuck out of here.
We did.
And we did. And you know what? We feel a million times better, don't we?
A little bit.
Right? I'm way better, I'd say.
Altitude sickness wasn't that great.
But you know what I mean. We had a great time. We got a whole bunch of stuff
A little
done,
bit of
and
a
it was good.
refresher.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just need a minute
Yep.
to relax,
Yep.
reflect for a second, and maybe take a look ahead and see where you want to go.
I have a request.
And I feel like there's no real direction in a lot of
Can you do me a favor? Text me as soon as AJ Styles and Samoa Joe wrestle. Because that's
absolutely.
That's like
can we
exactly what I'm looking forward to after this pay-per-view.
Oh, please. Like, I hope Shinsuke loses and we get the Samoa Joe AJ Styles feud that I forgot about that I wanted.
Yes.
And all of a sudden, like, holy shit.
Oh, don't forget, these guys are on the show now.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. There's so many things that could be really, really good on SmackDown. And I feel like they took some opportunities and missed with them this week. Like, we got, like, a recap when we shouldn't have.
Yeah. Like, why were we recapping? This was a go-home show.
No, we had a tag match after the one incident in the ring. I forgot who the fuck it was. But there was a tag match.
in the very beginning of the show, right?
It was the Miz TV thing or something.
Yeah, with Jeff Hardy and
Randy Orton.
Randy Orton.
Yeah, that didn't need to turn into a tag match. Randy could have just RKO'd people and get the fuck out of there.
Yeah, I'm not sure why a tag match was very necessary
Let me
at
just
all.
refresh them.
It's like, wait a minute, we got Shelton Benjamin.
But I mean, you could have just, done more in that area, or like given on extra ladies' times and shit like that.
Yeah, well, I'm glad they got some time. I mean, the main event for SmackDown was a 6-woman tag, which didn't disappoint. However, that's about as much time as ladies got on SmackDown. Outside of that, it was Cien Almas will be here soon. When, I don't know. We gotta find the exit out of the PC parking lot. 'Cause that's where all the videos have been. They were all shot in one day, and we're still getting the same ones, or same spot.
Yeah, exactly. Like, they could have just ended that on the feud in the ring, thrown everybody out, and then gone on and saved that tag match to be just a different segment. Maybe have a match between some. I don't know. I also don't give a shit about the U.S. title, even though Jeff Hardy has it. Like, I just don't. I just don't like. Nothing has inspired. Nothing has made me feel like I need to care about the U.S. title, because we're saying. We'll get into this in lots, but I'm going to say it now while it's on my head. We talked about it last night, maybe night before. I forgot what it was. It feels like we're playing 2K18, and this is the old skin, like the Attitude Era skin of Jeff Hardy.
That's what's bothering you about it?
But no, it's not that it's just that, but I mean, it doesn't feel like there's a new Jeff Hardy. Like, it's just old Jeff Hardy and Randy Orton, and it's a bunch of same guys that I see all the fucking time and have seen for the whole like, I've seen them for a long time. And it just, there's nothing fresh about it, they're just like...
The only thing different is Jeff Hardy has the title. That's the only thing that's different about the SmackDown United States title scenario.
Exactly. Like, there's nothing fresh happening.
Do you think they should have used this opportunity to swap swap brands with the titles? Because it looks like that's what they were doing at first, and then Jeff came to SmackDown with it.
If Rollins came to fucking SmackDown, holy shit.
Right?
Holy shit.
Wrestle all new guys?
Holy shit.
That would have been a great idea,
The
right?
Miz versus Rollins on SmackDown versus so many people on SmackDown. I'd love to see Seth Rollins on most of the SmackDown roster. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Samoa Joe, Seth Rollins,
because
AJ Styles, Shinsuke Nakamura.
But because they didn't do any of that.
It's just two guys I've seen forever.
Yeah.
And they're not doing... And Jeff Hardy's not doing anything different than the stuff that he did like 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Like, it's the same... It's not even like It's not even face-painted, charismatic enigma TNA Jeff. Nope. That is kind of cool. I like that better than this version of him. And I don't like TNA.
Hold on, let me check your order. It says...
Like the fucking...
Team Extreme Jeff Hardy. And doesn't say anything about Enigma.
Oh, right,
I mean, that's what it is.
Like the face paint with the eyes painted on on the eyelids. It's cool. It's the more modern... I need a 2018 Jeff Hardy that isn't just a nostalgia act.
Hold out until Backlash, and if nothing happens with Backlash, then if the U.S. title at Backlash is just another match, then I would agree with you. Like, it's nothing special right now, even though Jeff Hardy has it.
I just want the Jeff Hardy character that has evolved over the years to be the Jeff Hardy character that's evolved over the years. Because that's not that. That's not what I see every week.
No.
I see a throwback Jeff Hardy, which is cool for a couple of months.
It's cookie cutter.
I've seen all of it already.
Yeah. I get you.
I've seen all of it.
I get you.
He can be so much more interesting, and I'm fairly sure that's a creative thing, but, I mean, something's got to change, because, I mean, Jeff Hardy sells T-shirts and shit, but he could sell more, you know? Get kids coming in, painted up and stuff like that. All he's got to do is stay sober and he's fine. All he has to do is not drink.
Don't drink and drive, for fuck's sake.
Just don't drink. He seems he's already had that issue.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And
there was a mugshot and everything.
Yeah, but I mean that's the solution generally for most people that have that issue. And I've known a few. One's not enough, and 100's not. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the whole thing.
If one is great, 50 is even better.
Right, and they can never have enough. So you can't have any, because if you have one, it's not enough, and you're gonna have 1,000.
Yep.
Just yeah. What else did we have this week that was non-Stone Cold Locks related, other than no tag titles on this show, which is unfortunate for the tag team division, but that's fine. That's what's going to happen with the double branded stuff. Like I said, did I say it earlier when we were recording, or were we not recording when I said it? We're going to have, hopefully, the on the double branded shows, they're not going to cross over with guys on Raw attacking SmackDown, except for, times where that comes into play, Survivor Series, Money in the Bank, etc., etc.
I think just this card basically feels like they
just take the best story, quote unquote, the best stories.
They booked this weeks in advance, and then a shakeup happened. They're like, well, the shakeup isn't going to change this card. We'll just still continue doing what we set up with this card.
Right. So
which is just
like with the shows that we're going to get, is they're going to the way I'm seeing them book it even on here. It's like, all right, we're giving you
stuff.
We're giving you the best the quote unquote best stories of both shows during this once a month show. So next month, you said it's Money in the Bank, right?
Because I want
it'll be Money in the Bank matches, tag title matches, maybe a singles match or maybe a singles titles match or two,
and that's it. That's it. Because you're gonna have
we get, like you said, a Universal title match,
multi-man,
and then the WWE title maybe takes a seat for Money in the Bank or something, or like a secondary title takes a seat for Money in the Bank or something. And they get the show that happens. I'm sure there's going to be an
Intercontinental or U.S. champion in the Money in the Bank contract match.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's how you get around that one and stuff.
Yeah, I totally get it. It's I wasn't sure where you're going next with that. Sorry. I don't remember anything that happened on. You talk about day by day. I don't remember anything that happened on Raw, to be honest. I'm just
it wasn't a very memorable week.
I'm just.
It just
like,
wasn't.
Yeah. The deleter of worlds was coined,
yeah.
and that's it.
There's just a lot of nothing super memorable this week because it was just let's go into the.
I got it. Doesn't Peyton have the best Renee impression ever?
Oh, it's like she's right here. It's like she's right.
It's right next to me.
So let's.
It's time for the World Heavyweight Podcast.
What?
Stone Cold Locks.
What? And that's the bottom line, because Stone Cold sets up.
I thought you had that cut up.
I do. I just don't have it in the other. There's a little the soundboard thing I have. I just don't have it built in. I gotta cut it in.
I could have done this myself.
But I have to plug all of this stuff in. This is just for our reference. For I'll listen through it again and then put it at the end. So they're getting wonderful production on the other side. So what they're hearing is not what we have in the room. This is getting edited. None of the last 45 minutes is actually
Why'd you even play
there.
anything at all? Then we're and insert here.
Yeah, pretty much. Okay, doing that to get us lubed up for the
lubed up for Backlash.
for the show of Backlash. Lola, Brock Lola is she's brocking.
Yeah, she's brocking out.
She's not here. Her advocate is mailing them to us. So we will get her picks in there at a later date. I might even add an addendum in here somewhere saying, "Hey, her picks are."
You must submit picks every 30 days.
or you can't hold on to the title. No, you have the title.
I have the title.
You have the title. She's just contending, so she can.
I mean, that's for the future. Come on, let's face it. I'm running on borrowed time as far as champion. The way these shows are being booked, shit. I'll be lucky if I don't drop this.
The Locks Ring title, the yearly contender.
We need a blinged out padlock.
Stone Cold Locks blinged out padlock. Oh no, a rock padlock. It's just made out of a rock.
It's solid picks.
Make a cold stone lock. Just make it out of ice cream. No, that was dumb. Yeah, oof.
Oof. Open the door. Let that air out a little bit. Damn.
Yikes, that was better in my head. Anyway, the yearly rankings. I'm keeping track, folks. We're how many months in? I don't know, but we're up to double digits in wins. I don't know, but it's not the full year yet.
It started January, right?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah,
That's usually when years start.
Right.
Lola and myself, we were at 10, 11, and 1. Well, you have one win over everybody.
Everybody.
At 11, 10, and 1. As we go into this, your WWE pay-per-view of May. 1st of May. First pay-per-view May. Is there going to be a second pay-per-view in May? When is Money in the Bank?
Money in the Bank is
actually
in
June.
It's in June.
Okay, good.
Yes. Chicago.
Yes. CM Punk can return imminent.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
It's happening. It's showing up just for Money in the Bank,
Hashtag
folks.
all in.
First up, a seemingly thrown together tag team match of Braun Strowman.
Wait, haven't we seen this already?
And Bobby, yeah,
Let's
right?
do this again.
I feel like we've seen this already. I could be wrong, but it feels like we've done this. It just the finish hasn't been the finish, I guess. Braun Strowman, Bobby Lashley, Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn for reasons.
Shots to the ding ding.
I believe there were no ding ding shots this time around.
No, I'm saying this is just leading to shots in the ding ding.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's a ding ding punching extravaganza.
Yeah, it's just there's no real reason for this match to be happening other than they need a spot to fill, I feel like.
Just go right to locks.
We're in the locks right now.
We needed to feature Braun Strowman And we need to feature Bobby Lashley.
I guess.
And Cammy are still massive stars in Montreal. So, it's just...
I guess.
Yeah.
Like, it's just a match on the show,
I'll tell
really.
You, put it in right now, Braun and Bobby.
Because there's no way... Yeah, Braun should just destroy everybody, right? Like, that's how this works out. Braun beats everybody else because there's nothing on the line,
The
right?
same the truck drive-by spot on the outside with Kevin Owens just 2 weeks in a row, just getting plowed by Strowman as he runs around the ring.
It's pretty much all
breaking
this,
everybody.
all this has been about. It's like, let's see 2 big dudes throw some other dudes around. Everybody feels better about themselves.
2 big dudes throw some Canadians around.
Yeah, right? Up next,
Locked.
1 big dude, Big Cass, versus 1 sort of big, not really, he's not big at all, versus Daniel Bryan in his first pay-per-view match back that's not a Royal Rumble.
Right?
The story's pretty good. Cass had a weird fucking promo on Smackdown, though, with the midget.
Yeah.
That was weird, man.
I don't know, it was weird. That was
wasn't-
straight up classic heel work.
I'm not saying it wasn't, but it was. I think
You
it
know,
went, I think it
the
went a
story
little
is
long.
I'm massive. Daniel Bryan isn't special. He's just this fucking dude. So I'm gonna book this little guy and just as him.
I feel like
and then of course
it got-
smash the little guy with a boot.
It went a little long.
That's live TV for
Went a
you.
little long.
We're live, pal.
How about Daniel Bryan's chest?
Yes,
Holy shit!
that's some grade A
That's
beef
what.
patty.
Yeah, that's what Roderick Strong does.
Yes.
That wasn't anybody else except for one.
I'm a little annoyed they edited that part out of the interview that they showed on TV where he goes, "Oh yeah, this is from Roderick Strong. I haven't seen him in years. I think the last time I wrestled him was 2009, which I forgot. That's when DB was fired. So
Right.
So it's like when they saw each other, magic happened, and he just fucking
Just chopped the
chopped
shit out of
the
him.
energy back into DB to hang in for a 50-man battle royal.
Yeah, he was in that a long time, man. I just feel like.
The record, I believe.
Oh
as
yeah.
far as Royal Rumbles go.
Yeah, just for the fact that the Rumble was so fucking cool. The. Who do you have?
It's DB's first big match back, man. It's DB over Big Cass.
Really? You
Yes.
don't think Cass gets a run on him at all?
No, I'm choosing Daniel Bryan. Yes. As long as he doesn't, as long as Shinsuke doesn't get involved and hit him in the ding ding again, because that's what happened in the dark match
Yeah.
last night.
Yeah.
Right into ding ding.
Yeah. So if there were any rumors out there of like, oh my God, Daniel Bryan's really hurt and that's why they're not using him, no.
No.
He wrestled.
He
in
is
the
a
dark
massive. He's the biggest
He
star in
wrestled in
that
the dark
show.
match.
You're gonna use him kind of Brockishly.
Yeah.
Just sprinkled.
Just
sprinkle him in.
Sprinkle a little Daniel
Sprinkle him
Bryan
in.
on it.
Did you like that kayfabe injury? They didn't want to
yeah.
clear him for chance of a chest infection.
Yeah. His chest was so beat up that he could have gotten an infection. in fucking
What?
Canada.
This is in
where you
Mexico.
exactly. Canada's where you gotta worry about that infection. Sure. You just came from Saudi Arabia. Are you
Right?
kidding me? You die breathing the air over there.
Here you go.
Good Lord.
You got
There's more venomous snakes and insects out there than most of New York, than all of New York State
Well,
and
duh.
most of the U.S. combined.
the only thing that tops that is Australia, where you got the deadliest
Like
creatures in the world.
everything over there emits some sort of blistering agent or deadly poison. like there's a small snake over there that's no bigger than a few feet long.
Yeah.
Blends in with the motherfucking sand.
Yeah.
You'll never see it.
Yeah.
Like if you get bit by it, goodbye. Just goodbye.
Nice knowing you.
Just sorry.
Yeah.
There's nothing I can do, dude. It's over. And
Is
you're
this how the
gone.
army deals with turnover? Man, he's stupid. We can't send him back. Yeah, have him get bit
I've
over
heard
there.
from some people that have been out there a little bit further deeper into, like, I want to say the woods, but I guess the boonies is probably the best way to say
In
it.
the desert.
Like,
Yeah.
there's certain, like, where it lives, it's just like, if you see it look something that looks like a rope, just don't go near it.
Shoot it, just in case.
But it's not like some snakes and stuff like that that are
Yeah.
that are highly venomous tend to be in most cases a little bit more defensive
Yeah.
Because that's there for protection,
Yeah.
not to go out of their way to just like murder
Some
everything.
of them
in
it's
sight.
venom, some of them it's an IED. You just gotta be super
like a
careful.
rattlesnake, it'll warn you that he's there. It's like, hey, bitch, I'm here. I will bite you. These ones are they're super aggressive.
Sure. I thought he wanted to salsa.
Ooh. Oh man. Oof. Man, you thought mine was bad.
I'm trying to get right back to picks here. What's your choice?
There's a part of me that can believe Big Cass can win this though. Yeah, I know. He's doing this.
We go with it.
Yeah, I do have to go with it. All right, I'll go with it.
Locked.
How about a controversial pick?
That should have been my controversial pick.
No, Roman Reigns versus Samoa Joe.
I want Samoa Joe to choke the life out of him.
Absolutely, but
I want Samoa Joe to choke the life out of
is it
Roman
gonna
Reigns.
happen? Is the real question.
I hope so. I want the Samoa Joe reign of terror to begin yesterday. It'll be the first interesting thing that's happened on this show in months. Well, at least with Roman Reigns, I don't know. I'm just done
That's
with
the
Roman
only thing I don't
Reigns,
like.
guess.
That's the only thing
I
that
don't know.
sucks about
don't
this pick
hate
is like there's no like if Joe loses, it makes no difference. If Roman wins, does it make a difference?
I think Joe wins makes a big difference. Have Roman Reigns go on a fucking losing streak here for a bit, like a big one. Have him start fucking collecting himself, figuring it out. Because there's no way in... If Joe wins, there's no way in hell you can give Roman Reigns another Universal title shot. You can't do it. You just can't. Like, they probably will. They'll probably have him win Money in the
They'll
Bank.
find a way.
They'll have him win Money in the Bank, man. Prepare yourselves now, folks. I'm going to mark it on the videotape and the video, whatever we call it now.
On the video type.
We'll mark it on the radio scope.
Yes.
If Roman could win Money in the Bank, if he's not in the Universal title picture, he is probably going to be in that match.
But that's getting ahead of ourselves.
I understand.
This match. What do you think?
I want Joe to choke out everyone. I want to put him to sleep. I want something to happen to where Samoa Joe chokes the shit out of Roman Reigns. And I know that might sound like a Roman hatery thing, but I just don't care anymore. I just don't care. There's been nothing. I've not been super interested about Roman Reigns in a bit. They almost hooked me at the beginning of this thing, and then we've been to 2 giant pay-per-views, and
meh results.
I don't want Brock Lesnar hijacking a title anymore. It does nothing for me.
You want the reign of terror to end?
It just doesn't do anything for me.
Let's
get a little bit more creative. It's just the same. Maybe it's not just the same. I'm not a fan of it.
Well,
like the Jeff Hardy, Randy Orton thing. I just don't care.
Yeah. I mean, I get it.
I don't care.
I get it. Put me down for Roman Reigns.
Yeah, I'm not
just
going. I'm going
just
Samoa
in
Joe.
case. Man. Bang, bang, bang. Where's my drugs? Running. Allegedly.
SmackDown Women's title's interesting. I like it. The Carmella, the Carmella title reign has been fun so far.
I don't want it to end ever.
It's good. I like it. Watching this. Having her play the package twice.
So you get the reaction she wanted.
I thought we were really gonna go through the whole thing again when she did that.
Twice was good enough. Like, third time was a little maddening, but.
Oh fuck! I like this though. It's been fun. Like, they're doing different things with the women. Oh, that's another thing that they did with the women. Like, they just had a nothing conversation with Paige backstage and said, "Oh yeah, Absolution's gone."
Well, that wasn't
for reasons.
For obvious reasons. Hello.
Because she's in charge, I guess.
The star isn't in it anymore.
Yeah, but they could have done something where, like, Paige actually is like, yeah, I'm going to help you guys out. Like, you could still do that. I don't know why they just kind of... I don't know. Give me a reason why you're not helping them.
Why is Paige all of a sudden squeaky clean
yeah.
managerial material?
Right.
Like
be Paige. Still be Paige. Like I want you to be Paige.
She's known for cutting some corners here and there.
Right. She's known for being crazy and nasty and mean and evil.
This is where you set your rules.
Yeah.
And the rules are
I do what I want.
Exactly what Shane says.
Not really.
We're going on the we're sticking to the SmackDown mission statement.
I guess they're still doing that part where there's two people in charge. So
that was another shocking moment from SmackDown. Absolution. No, it's done. What are you talking about? We're dead.
I guess
it's dead.
I don't know what that does for either of them.
I don't know either, man.
Like it kind of just, I don't know, man. It's weird to just like. Anyway, Carmella versus Charlotte. In a pretty good, like, Carmella talking all the shit all the time.
Just tight on your face. Hey, look at this!
I don't think Charlotte wins it back, though.
No.
You think that Carmella gets, like, freaking more than, like, 3 weeks with the title? I feel like you got
God hope so. Like, why would, like, I don't want another scenario. The worst thing that could happen is if they if Charlotte wins the title back, and then that's just like the end of the of Mella's money. Absolutely not. You got to keep that thing going. Yeah. We talked about like funny wins earlier. This is for me. I think is going to be a funny win. Like Charlotte will win,
but be a DQ
not
or
get
something
the
like
championship.
that.
Yep.
Right. Yeah, it entirely reeks of
chicanery.
And the Iconics coming in.
Yeah, right.
Who have been, let's be real, some of the most fun on SmackDown. They are stealing all of their time. Like, if they are on camera, they make the absolute most of every moment they have. They're great. The impression things are getting over. Blah, blah, blah.
Blah, blah, blah.
And it's just her voice. Just saying stupid things. Oh, it's like she's right here.
She's like she's right next to me. I don't know.
They work. I've never seen a pairing just like works that well together. Just on, like, they're just like constantly in tune.
Like a tag team,
yeah.
Man, right?
They are
right. They were designed like a tag team.
And they've apparently known each other forever.
Forever.
Like, I didn't realize they've known each other.
Same high
like,
school.
I had no idea about that. But that helps too.
The Aussie scene is kind of small, and
for sure.
It's currently growing, so it's not unusual for a bunch of Aussies to know each other because they all work the same shows.
Now that we've gotten off topic from I think that they are probably the more interesting parts of the women's division right now in general. Like, they're stealing shine from the title for sure. They're absolutely stealing shine from the title.
Hello, they're better than Asuka.
I don't know about
We're better than Asuka.
I forgot they said that for a second. I thought you were being serious. I'm like, oh, I don't know about that one.
It's the TV shows where people, you can hear part of the crowd play through, like, oh my god, it's exactly like her.
They are they make it very easy to play along, like, too, when they when I fucked with you last week where the Miz is a changed man. No, he's totally a changed man, guys.
You're going, oh, the Miz has just turned babyface. I mean, shut the fuck up. Get out of here with that.
What do you have for this one? Who are you taking?
I told you.
You going with Carmella?
Charlotte gets the win, but yeah, Charlotte gets the W. That's the official pick.
Okay. Yeah, that's the thing I gotta.
You gotta remember, a title, even though it's for a title, it's who gets the W.
It's who gets the W.
Yeah. Who on the record book will say the winner?
Correct.
Doesn't matter by disqualification.
No, I know. Just clarifying all the rules.
Yes.
See, but because I feel like Carmella can, like, take an assisted pin or something. Like, you know what? I'm going Carmella. Fuck it.
Okay.
She could still win and win the title still. It's entirely possible. Either way,
it could be filthy. It could absolutely be filthy.
Regardless, I feel like Carmella has to walk away from this with the title.
Yeah.
And then have a fucking crazy women's Money in the Bank match, because you would have to think Asuka, Charlotte, and a third person third or fourth even from SmackDown, and versus any number of amazing talent on the Raw side as well. But at least Charlotte and Asuka in the ladder match, how crazy would that be? And then you throw Sasha and Bayley on their own, and just then add Becky Lynch into it, and it becomes a crazy ladder match real fast. There's a lot of talent that could go into the Money in the Bank match this year.
Well, it will probably be against the 3 or 4 of them against Ember Moon.
Oh yeah,
Alexa Bliss most likely. Cause we'll get to that.
Yeah.
Basically all, and Ronda Rousey might be.
Oh,
never
God.
know. She might qualify.
She could win the Money in the Bank.
I feel like if she doesn't get a qualifying match, that might steer some people in the wrong direction. Like, she's getting stuff again, but. She's also Ronda fucking Rousey, so whether she qualifies for the match or not, I see her possibly being in it.
You can just add her into Money in the Bank, and there should be no question.
She should be in it.
Yeah.
She should be in it. Like, she's one of your giant stars. You gotta be in it.
Since we're gonna stick with the
Ladies.
Nia Jax versus Alexa. This is one of the most fun things I've had on Monday Night Raw every week. For all the people that have been getting butthurt about how this whole thing started, look at what it's given us.
The best.
We get a moment of bliss every single week now.
Some anti-bully PSA.
Absolutely, because you know what, Josh? Bullying is wrong. And it's hurtful. And it's mean.
It turned the happiest place on earth to the saddest day.
To a nightmare.
Nightmare.
It turned a dream day into a nightmare. It's a teacup.
It's just a teacup. You sit in a teacup.
And I kind of like that too, because everybody was making such a big deal about how she was she quote unquote fat shamed and everything like that, but then she just spun it around and made it about short jokes that everybody makes too.
Yeah.
It's like, fuck you guys, short shaming, fuck you. And they're brilliant. The PSAs are wonderful. I can't get enough of them. I want like 7 every week. I want more stories of Nia Jax harassing.
I don't know, man. I don't know if Alexa will be able to make some more of these after this match on Sunday.
She's gonna get destroyed.
I feel like she's gonna get flattened.
Oh, absolutely. Alexa Bliss should die this weekend. There's no way around it. Alexa Bliss has to die. Like, there has to be some comeuppance. That's the only problem I'm having with this, is that Alexa's getting all of these in, but where's Nia Jax? She is not on the show. She had a run-in. And that was it.
For TV, it was very, very quick.
That's
no lines.
That is a big thing that has suffered due to the Greatest Royal Rumble thing, is that the women have gotten some key spots as far as it's all fallen with like the Superstar shakeup and then the Greatest Royal Rumble you got to build to. So they didn't get story one week, but they got the main event, and then they couldn't be on the Greatest Royal Rumble, so they didn't get anything progressed there. And then they had to kind of just force everything together in last minute at the Raw Go Home. And Nia Jax has barely been on TV. You know what I mean?
3 hours and no lines.
Yeah,
just a quick appearance,
a quick little one here and there. But like,
Alexa making a run for the hills.
This story's been all about Alexa.
Yeah.
And Nia Jax has just kind of been there.
Because let's face it, Alexa is an amazing promo. And if you only got X amount of time, use your best promo.
Yeah, but you got to give Nia a little bit of a chance. Like, she has just been on TV at all.
But that's the question, though. Like, what new thing is she going to say besides this little liar again?
Yeah, I guess.
I'm gonna squash you like a bug.
Who you got?
Pretty much. Nia Jax.
I kind of want Alexa to win it. Like, Hasn't she beaten her before?
You want the anti-bullying campaign to actually pay off? Yeah, she has. No. They never had a one-on-one championship match until WrestleMania.
She hurt her knee that one time, right?
It just wasn't booked. Like literally, they kept them away from each other until WrestleMania.
Right.
WrestleMania happened a month ago.
Alexa should
still gotta tie up that
Alexa
story.
should absolutely lose this, right? I'm not crazy for thinking that. Motherfucker. I don't want to pick the same as you. You know what I mean? Like, that's what it comes down to. I just don't want to, like we're too much
don't get me
the
wrong,
same.
Nia is probably going to wrestle from underneath, but she's still going to I think she's going to keep that championship. Because it's you know, they're getting her over that. They're getting her over that way by working underneath. So let's just keep going.
I'll take Alexa. I'm just gonna take it, just to be contrary there. Just to, if I'm gonna lose, I'm gonna lose big. But if I win, I'm gonna win big.
You're allowed to be wrong.
Yeah, I'm allowed to be wrong. Your United States Championship is on the line. I have to add that marker in there.
The line.
And it's a story that nobody cares about. Right? I'm not wrong. Feel free to correct me on any of this stuff, folks. If you feel like I'm way off base, please tell me at the WHPC on Twitter. Go ahead. Tell me all the things that I'm wrong about. Cause some discussion. Get our follower count up.
Does Team Extreme get away with another US
I respond. But I just do not care about the U.S. title right now.
Yeah.
I'm sure there are other people that do, but it's just not doing anything for me. Randy Orton's right back to not doing anything for me again. And he's done nothing for me for years. I don't hate him. I give him all the respect in the world. Just does nothing for me.
I feel like ever since WrestleMania last year, he's just been stuck on greatest hits. Like, outside of...
Come out, RKO somebody, leave.
Yeah. Like, the last cool thing for me that he did was burn down Bray Wyatt's shack.
Yeah. And it was getting interesting.
It was getting cool, but then, like, the last year, he definitely cooled off, especially after dropping the title to Jinder. And he hasn't been...
we almost had that again.
Yeah, almost did.
We almost went...
Almost did.
Like, it's been... that's what I mean. Like, it's just same stuff. Jeff Hardy just seems like a 2K skin of like 6 years ago or whatever.
Hey. The 99 skin has got the bigger bonuses. It's got the bigger bonuses on it. You want that one. How else are you going to hit multiple whispers in the wind that don't connect, but somehow he takes damage?
Yeah, right.
Got a hit marker somehow.
Keep forgetting that Jimmy botched on the air. He just like, oh, I gotta sell this, but he didn't. Oh boy.
You know what greatest Royal Rumble had?
What's that?
Botches.
Oh, they certainly did.
So many botches.
So in the title that doesn't matter anymore, or if they made this a weekly title again, going back to that stupid article.
If only they defended this every week.
Just defend it every week. If you have a pay-per-view that week, it doesn't get defended on Tuesday. That's all. Yeah. That's the easy way around it.
Right.
You just defend it
once a
week.
Contract signing, chairs get thrown.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
People
I'm gonna
get
that
angry. I want that title.
Right.
Boom. You guess what? You get to come out next week and challenge for it.
Right.
You can build shit up like that. Put a time limit on it.
Jeff Harvey.
Put a time limit on the motherfucker.
Keeps time.
Yeah. Have him go with build the defense streak. You can do a lot of things that haven't been done in forever with it. I like the 20-minute time limit. Put a 20-minute time limit on it. Perfect.
If you can't get it by the second commercial, you don't win it.
Yes, exactly. And it'll be a great segment and usually a good match.
Yeah.
Anyway,
it'll fill some good
Jeff
time.
Hardy or Randy Orton?
Jeff Hardy.
Jeff Hardy? Yeah. I don't want... Randy Orton could just win this, though. You know that,
He
right?
absolutely could. He
absolutely could just
win
win
will
this.
it do anything for you?
It's neither of these guys winning or losing really matter to me. But I'm gonna actually double up with you because it just seems... Randy...
it feels like a safe bet.
Yeah, pretty much. Getting down to the nitty-gritty in the last two. Your This is one of those... We're still in the Intercontinental Championship's on the line. Seth Rollins, your champion versus The Miz. This feels like one of those where there's no way The Miz is winning this, right? Just because of the fact he's on a different show now. Like this show, or the show that the title is on, already has its mid-card title. And if you flip it over, the other show's got 2 mid-card titles.
It feels like the Deleter of Worlds versus the Bar match from last week.
Right.
It's like
we know who's going to win.
They work on Smackdown now. Why would they win the Raw Tag Team Champions?
Unless The Miz goes with the title. Unless they do something like that. But then why would you do this?
He's still getting punched in the face by Daniel Bryan.
Right.
That is absolutely happening.
Right, exactly. But that's what I mean. Like, so why do that? So this one, it's going to be a good match.
It's like,
I wish they could do
it's
more
like
with this, but I know what's going to happen.
It's like this card was booked, and they didn't even think Superstar Shakeup was going to happen. Shakeup happens, and they're like, well, we could still work out this card without anything
I want The Miz to start
bad happening.
I really want The Miz to get the IC title so he has more to gloat about. Like, I want him to make that title. Everything he has said about the title, and that's what also is making the fucking... This is why I don't want mixing of rosters. If we're going to do this, we're going to do it all one way or not at all. Because it gets convoluted. And then you get matches like this that, kind of... If this doesn't end with Seth Rollins winning the title, keep winning and keeping the title... I will legitimately be surprised. And I'd be looking forward to where they go, because I'm like, all right, well, what happens with The Miz? Does he go to Raw? There's a lot of questions that happen, and I like more questions because that makes me look forward to the next week. I feel like I'm not going to have any questions. I'm picking, obviously, Seth Rollins, right?
Yes.
Everybody at home, if you're playing the home version of the game, we're picking Seth Rollins.
You're saying yes to Seth Rollins.
Yeah, we're all saying yes to Seth Rollins.
Monday Night Rollins.
He's been great. They've both been great. What more can I say about Seth Rollins? Is Seth Rollins. That fucking match on Monday Night Raw with Finn Balor, great.
Finn reversing the Falcon.
Oh my god,
suplex.
Such a cool spot. And sorry, and I apologize. We have not mentioned how amazing Montreal was.
It was pretty cool.
Montreal was pretty awesome.
It was pretty cool.
Maybe we should go to Canada more than once a year.
I don't know. Maybe a pay-per-view in Canada.
Give Montreal a goddamn pay-per-view. They're on the East Coast. Toronto's on the East.
They showed up not once.
Give them a pay-per-view.
But 2 nights in a row they showed up.
And they sold the place out.
Yep.
Could you imagine if Toronto or Montreal gets a pay-per-view? Lunacy. Pandemonium even. I'd love to. I would drive to Toronto for a pay-per-view.
We've done it.
We have.
Yep.
We've driven to Toronto.
They get pay-per-view
for lesser shows.
They last pay-per-view I think they got was that Survivor Series back in 2016. I think
2016. That's a long time ago to have a pay-per-view draft.
The last WrestleMania they got was
even
a long time ago. If you're on the East Coast, you should get a fair shot.
Yes. Yes, absolutely.
Any of those
absolutely.
things.
They're not that. You can drive.
Yes.
You can drive to Toronto.
Should, because flying can be a little expensive.
But I mean, from where we are, it's a 6-hour drive to Toronto.
Yep.
Make a day of it. Bookend a travel day for yourself on either side and spend the weekend in Toronto.
Yep.
It's a good time. You'll have fun.
Just don't go when it snows.
Oh yeah, it's not fun.
That's
not fun about
Toronto.
Canada.
Gave us the whole heave-ho last time we were leaving. Like, oh, you're leaving? Here comes a winter storm right behind you.
Well, we had to drive through that one. It was not fun. Anyway.
I'll let you drive. I kept my mouth shut and kept putting gas in the tank. I'm like, I'll drive.
Yeah, Canada deserves a pay-per-view again, for sure. Finally, your WWE title is on the line. Headlining the show, at the very least, we're getting a show headlined by AJ Styles versus Shinsuke Nakamura, and I'm not really going to complain about that, because this is the most fun Shinsuke I liked. This is what I fell in love with. When we first saw Shinsuke, or the second, third time I saw Shinsuke, whatever it was.
He was being a dick.
His gimmick was the King of Strong style, and he was kicking people in the face and hurting people. And he came out because he had the Intercontinental title over there in Japan for fucking ever at that point. And he's like, he was doing the Miz angle pretty much. Like, I'm better than you, and I'm going to kick your face off.
You won it like, what, 6 times?
He had it forever.
Yeah.
He's had it more times than other people have had it combined.
Oh, yeah.
by a lot, like by hundreds of days a lot. Like there have been 20-something people that have won that.
Like
if you add all of their reigns together, they aren't even close to what Shinsuke's
currently are. The first name you should come up with when you say WWE Intercontinental Champion should be The Miz currently.
Right. Just
like the first time, like when you say IWGP Intercontinental Champion, you go Shinsuke Nakamura.
Absolutely.
Ta-da! That's how it is.
I was going somewhere there, but no, yeah, he was being bad guy Shinsuke.
Yeah, being a dick.
He was being a giant dick, and he came out with the crown and the king robe and acting like he was way better than you. He was obviously better than you. You didn't have to say anything. You knew that guy was gonna kill you, and he was gonna be weird about it. And he was going to do all sorts of cool shit, too.
I think it was, what was it, when Goto had one run a couple of years back.
He came out like the ninja, too?
Did he beat, I think it was it him that beat Shinsuke for that title? And Shinsuke was being a dick up until then. Every time he was right in front of him, he would just constantly be focusing past him like he wasn't even there.
He was looking, because what he was doing at that point, they were saying it's like, it was like he was looking out overseas with the telescope and looking out past Goto because he was beneath him.
Nothing. He was nothing.
Yeah.
Just being a dick.
Yeah, and he didn't say no words were spoken in any of that. But yeah, bad guy Shinsuke is the best. Bad guy Shinsuke is the Shinsuke I fell in love with. And I just don't know why he keeps kicking him in the dick.
I just love nailing him right in the balls. Boom!
He keeps kicking me in the dick.
But I feel like AJ still wins, right?
Yeah.
It's a no DQ match, so we got that to look forward to. It's also a no DQ match.
It's a no DQ match. That is the stipulation. Any low blows are ready to go. I think I'm gonna go as far as saying Shinsuke gets nailed in the dick this time.
Oh yeah, yeah. I think that's what all of these dick shots are leading to.
I think literally the climax of this show on Sunday is Shinsuke getting hit right in the ding ding.
Right in the ding ding.
I gotta get the Carino that's what you get.
Yeah, that's what you get. I do need the Carino drop, so I will try to put that right here, right in the day. There you go.
Right in the ding ding. Right in the ding ding. Right in the ding ding.
I hope I can find it, because if I don't find it, that's gonna make that part.
Oh, you absolutely should be able to.
AJ, right?
Yes.
Like it feels like that's obvious. Like, because I need to see AJ versus Samoa Joe now.
Yeah.
Like, you teased me with it. You can't tease me with that. And he's on this show. And it's just Joe. He's gonna deal with the Reigns problem.
It's just Joe being mean if there's not a championship on the line. Joe absolutely needs to be fighting AJ for this championship. So any other way would be like, why? Why would you tease that?
Yeah, why would you tease that? Because then it's bad guy versus bad guy for the title, too.
It makes no sense.
Yeah.
So there you go. As much as we want Shinsuke Nakamura to win the championship, that's not happening right now.
And I just don't know where Shinsuke goes after this if he loses. That's my only questions. That's my.
Who's he hitting in the dick next?
the Shinsuke Nakamura dick punching tour must continue. Dick punching world tour 2018. Hadouken! No,
I just need to. I need to see the shoot interviews that happened like a year or so later. Like, yeah, Shinsuke was really nailing everybody in the dick left and right. It wasn't great. It wasn't nice at all.
Just a super cut of a bunch of Shinsuke Nakamura low blows.
I think how epic there where he holds his fist like
It's like Bloodsport.
That's the exact man. You remember the idea now, right? Just chop up some audio, Jean-Claude Van Damme, just put that on top of Shinsuke, just selling it.
Oh shit. I think that's it for me. I'm done. There's really we've got a bunch of good wrestling at least this week, and there should be some great matches. I'm not going to be a huge negative Nancy.
This show needs to perform, or we're just going to start watching a lot of New Japan coming up.
Yeah, I just need a new story, man. That's all. Other things with New Japan after Dontaku, I believe Super Junior starts. Correct? Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah,
the Super Junior tournament
should be starting after this week.
If you like Junior. Yeah, because you're right. Because Ospreay has to defend against Kushida, and the winner of the Super Juniors will face Will Ospreay.
So Kushida again.
I don't know. We'll see.
I don't know, man.
It'll be interesting. The Super Juniors is a fun one. It's a lot. It's a lot of flippy stuff. it's all the lightweight guys, but they're fun. They're good. I like it. It's big tour. They are. They're the juniors. They're in the lightweight division. They are the light heavyweight division. They're the smaller guys.
And when you mentioned it, it just popped in my head. The Redemption pay-per-view. They had a multi-man match, which was just Brian Cage and 5 X Division guys from the throw around. that was the whole point of it. Was just flippy stuff.
Yeah.
DJ Z's back. He's back full time now.
Good for him.
He was on the shelf for a long time with that injury he had in
I
Mexico,
remember.
where he almost died.
Oh,
that shit was crazy. But yeah, but it was just flippy stuff. Brian Cage throwing guys around. Drill Claw. We're done.
So we have Dontaku on Friday. Actually, start the weekend with New Japan. You get 2 days worth of it. You can watch it on demand. You wake up Saturday morning. Well, you got New Japan wrestling to watch.
So if the show's Thursday night, that means it starts after, like a couple hours after we're done recording.
Something like that.
I think so.
It's Wednesday, right?
Is it still? Oh no! It is officially Thursday now.
Yeah, but it's not going to be on today. It's Friday, Saturday. Anyway, start your weekend off with some Dontaku. Catch the replay. New Japan World. Nice and easy. Does it right for you. You get the they don't do like a first month free thing, but the Google Translate's not too bad. $9 a month. If you're going to spend $9 a month on a subscription, you're looking for new wrestling, New Japan World's the thing for you. WWE Network for Backlash this weekend. I don't think I'm going to be live tweeting these things. I'm pretty sure I'm not. It's just become one of those things where I'm just not doing Twitter anymore, man.
Yeah.
I want to, but then I don't pay attention to the actual show, and I feel like I'm paying attention to my phone more than.
And you don't feel like you're enjoying the show until the second time
I'm
around.
reacting with other people and reacting to their reactions instead of actually watching the TV.
So if you tweet
with
at
the
us,
show.
we'll respond.
I will absolutely respond
as soon as the match is
discussion.
over.
Even sometimes during, I'll see it, but I can't get. I'm trying not to let myself get wrapped up in like social media things and just like enjoy the thing that I'm watching. You know?
Absolutely.
And I want to actually watch.
That's why there's a TV and a sound bar. It's
Right.
supposed to be loud.
So there's that. Check out all the Guest Digital stuff that's got going on. If you want to come to Skankfest and you're in the New York area, I highly suggest doing that. It's coming up. I believe the sale is coming up there very soon.
General sales coming up. If
Soon,
it hasn't started,
or it hasn't started now.
If it hasn't
check
started,
up,
it's really soon, yeah.
Go to guestdigitalnetwork.com.
Tickets are on Merch Pump, right?
You go to guestdigitalnetwork.com.
Oh, okay, you'll see the links for
You'll
it.
see all the links there, and you get
Yeah.
to see maybe a couple of podcasts that you might want to check out.
Thank you again to Ari Shafir for putting on the entire Skankfest festival. He's a great man. He did so much for us.
Check out the shows that I work for on there, too. The Tim Dillon's Going to Hell and the Josta Show. If you want to sign up to Guest Digital Network, you get everything on the network for about under, it's like $7,
I
$8
think
a month.
did the price change
No,
happen yet?
it's coming up. But my point is, you get 14 days free. You get to check out everything, all the shows there if you want, and then you get everything, all the archives of all those shows, live, HD, video, everything. But you get 14 days free. Cancel anytime. Ta-da. There's my plug. Because we're going to be having to thank them at some point for the wonderful studios that we're going to be using. Follow us at the WHPC on all things, essentially. thewhpc.podbean.com. I have to now edit all of this and do more work for other stuff. I'm Howie Farrell.
I'm going to watch some NXT while you do all that work.
We'll see you next week.
Stadler? Yeah, what?
Is that it?
Yes, it's over. How'd you like it?
I don't know. I slept through the whole thing.
Well, you didn't miss much.